Hey guys, it's Wanda. Hey, today we're going to talk about kaleidoscopes. And you may wonder what the heck kaleidoscopes, creation, and spirituality have to do with anything. Today you're going to find out. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Wanda Vitale, and I'm the founder of the Empowered Empaths. I'm a certified life coach, certified dream builder coach, and I work with people who are ready to create lives that logic cannot understand or explain. Because what I know, what I've experienced from my own life is that anything and everything is possible for us. So, back to kaleidoscopes. Have you ever looked through one, or do you remember the last time you did? When you point it to the light and look through the lens, there's a beautiful display of colors and patterns. And you move that little lens, and there's another display of different patterns and colors. And every time you move the lens, it changes. And it occurred to me this week as I was working with a client that this is just such an incredible analogy for what happens in our lives. We have believed that there was an out there, that it was separate from us. We thought that those patterns that we saw in the kaleidoscope were real and unchangeable and were completely separate from us. So we reacted to them. We looked at the patterns and said, oh no, I just got to fix this. So we take action. We try to fix what we don't like. But we're at a time now when we are remembering the truth of who we are, which is I am. So we're at a time of remembering that we're looking through a kaleidoscope, and the lens that we're looking through is really the total of our beliefs, of our assumptions, and our identity, who we are in the midst of this. And the trick in this, in creating a life that we love, it's not really a trick, but the key in this is we have to realize that we're the ones looking through the lens, and that out there, even when we don't like it, is really this beautiful gift. Because if we don't like what we're seeing, if we don't like what we're experiencing, it's showing us that so that we can go inside and ask, what would somebody have to believe in order to experience this? Our beliefs and our assumptions that were formed by the time we were 7 years old are creating our entire lives. So many people believe they're stuck, that there's no hope, that things are just unchangeable. But that's not true. As a soul, you set it up before you were born. You decided what challenges you would have. And so you set up the perfect family that would have the perfect beliefs that would cement into place in you so that you would, I don't know, if you grew up like I did, I didn't count. I was abandoned. Nobody listened to me. Money was hard. These were my beliefs that I grew up with. I believed I didn't count. We set up these perfect challenges to move through them, with a way to move through them. And so we have to learn now consciously how to change the lens on the kaleidoscope. That's all we're ever really doing. We're just saying, here's a belief. Oh, what would somebody have to believe it in order to experience this? For those of you who are really challenged with money, many people are. We believe that there's lack and that there's scarcity and that money's not always there to support us. So what do we have to do? We have to change the lens. We have to start telling ourselves a new story. Oh, I love money. Money loves me. It just shows up because it loves me so much. Everything is so easy. Life is so easy. we get to decide what happens in our lives, because this is the point that I want to make today in this video. We're just looking through a kaleidoscope, seeing our patterns so that we can say, do I still want to believe that? Do I still want to assume that the other shoe's going to fall? That's a big one, right? Do I still want to assume that my health is vulnerable, that I could just get sick? Do I still want to assume that? Maybe not. Maybe it's time to start to create new assumptions. What if my body knows exactly what to do? My cells have inbuilt vitality. My body knows exactly how to handle exterior stimuli. Back to money. Money loves me. Life loves me. What if everything gets to be easy? I have so many amazing ideas. I am so loved and cherished and adored and held by unconditional love, and I am safe. Those are the things that we can start to believe and start to imprint ourselves with. It's just a matter of hearing something over and over and feeling it. For us as empaths, it is so important, more than the rest of the population, that we have to feel the new belief in our bodies. And that's really our superpowers that other people don't have, because we feel so deeply. So you can feel safety as easily as you can feel fear. You have to choose it. You have to decide that, to use safety and as an example, today I'm safe, and look at all the ways that you feel safe. I have a roof over my head. I have money in the bank account. I have internet. If you're listening to this, you have a way to listen. I live in a great neighborhood. I'm safe. If it's abundance, how do you feel abundance? How do you feel abundant? Look at the leaves on the trees. When you look at anything in your life that is an abundance of leaves, abundance of love, abundance of water, you can breathe. You have an abundance of oxygen. Feel that. So this lens that we look through can be anything, but it's up to us to decide. And instead of reacting to out there, which is what most of the world does, remind yourself, wait a minute, I'm looking through a lens and it's all me, because it is all you. As Bashar says, you're the only one in the room. It looks like there's an out there. It feels like there's an out there, but it's all your energy and it's all you. So get playful with this. Have fun with your belief systems. Pick things that you would love to believe, and just pretend like you did when you were a little kid. If you believed in fairies and elves, and I know some of you still do, everything exists. We just block it out with our reason and with our logic. So have fun with this. What would you like to believe? Who would you like to be? How about saying, I'm so cherished, I'm sought after, I'm wanted, I am so loved. Feel that in your body. Pet an animal. We have a cat. I have a cat. How can I not feel loved when I look into her big blue Siamese eyes as she looks at me? There are so many ways that we can solidify the feeling in our body of what we want to experience in the world, and no longer react. That you're just not going to be duped anymore, that you're no longer going to play the game of reacting to outside circumstances as if they are separate. Be grateful. Thank the triggers. The triggers are just showing you where you have some inner work to do. Triggers are showing you where you made a decision when you were little, that life isn't safe, when somebody violated your boundary, when you became afraid. So this view that we have on the other side of the kaleidoscope is really here to set us free, not to trap us, not to make us suffer, but it's here to set us free, to point us back to ourselves, to decide what we would rather see instead and change that lens. So have fun with this. Let me know if this helps. But pretend that you're the one with the kaleidoscope, and everything that you see and experience is just the view as you look through the kaleidoscope. And I can assure you, as you start to create new beliefs, which are just thoughts that you keep thinking, the view gets better and better. Life gets better and better. And things happen that logic cannot explain, because our logical mind is just a tiny, tiny part of who we are. Let me know what you think about this, and I'll see you on the next video.